Hello everybody, it's the Harbinger. This is Wingspan on Steam, and this is our opening hand. Ooh, we have Poster Boy. Do we want to do something about that? Maybe. He is decently okay for his cost because he gives us food from the grasslands. It's really hard to just rely on that food though, so maybe not rely on that as our sole food source. But I do like playing him because it just feels good playing the Wingspan Poster Boy. So there is Fisher Manager, which is one of the highest scoring bonus cards. So I'm kind of inclined to pick this. There's also fish and rats in food cost of birds in the early game here. So even though I'm not too big on the effect of the common kingfisher, it kind of fits with several things here. Little pied cormorant can also kind of work for both the food cost of birds, the Fisher Manager bonus card, and it's gonna lay us some eggs at the end of the game, so it's delayed points. These 4 pointers, they are a little bit awkward since they don't fit for either of the second or the third round and goals. So there is that to take into account as well, but I do think that the little red-breasted nuthatch is an okay opener. It's just a very cheap bird to get to the second column, and it builds point over time. And I do like the idea of the common kingfisher to just get us another star nest. It gets us on board for the round and goal and for the Fisher Manager. Do we pick up the cormorant as well? It's nice to have the option. We don't really have any way to push it out of. We don't have any way to cycle it just yet, but I think it's okay. Do we also take the scissor-tailed flycatcher? I really like it, but I do think it's a little bit expensive to keep a three food bird of the opening hand. It does give us food back, but we don't have food advantage in the forest, so it's gonna be expensive to play it. We do kind of need just a single bird to hit the second round and goal though, so that would be a reason to pick it. But if we're gonna pick all of these 4 birds, we are gonna be struggling for food just a little bit. Is that okay though? It's not right, like it's a big deal to suffer from this. Also, if the opponent picks up the pink-haired duck, they have to give us cards, and if they don't, we can get a card advantage from this. So it's not a good hand for building up resources, but it's good for building points. It's not the time in the game to build points, but let's explore that anyway. It fits the Fisher Manager, so we just do this. And then I think we take a fish here, because we're gonna need a fish for the common kingfisher. It's either that or we take a worm, so we can start building on the scissor-tailed as well. But yeah, it's the kingfisher needs to come out for the first running goal. I think that's the deal. We do have to play the red-breasted nuthatch first anyway, so yeah, let's just do that for the nectar. Hope that we can get some of these resources here off, and then we can start to look at drawing multiple cards after a while. Take those 2 and agree to the caged food supply here, and play out the kingfisher here. He does have a nice amount of egg capacity, so he does allow us to go for a big grasslands games if that is something we are considering. And it's like, I do kind of want a pink-eared duck because it will help us draw more cards, but we do kind of want to have a little bit more stuff on the board for the second and the third round and goal. So these 4 pointers just aren't aren't quite cutting it. Unless I'm totally misremembering how that works. Yeah, we have a 4-pointer and it doesn't count for either of these. Yeah. So instead we get the masked lapwing and the Eurasian green woodpecker, which doesn't count for any of the round end goals. So yeah, if anything we're gonna do the lapwing, but lapwing might be okay here. It actually might be really good for us when I think about it here, because this is really good for giving you tempo on the amount of food we get. So since we didn't get a food bird in the forest, that gets us like 4 additional food dice until round 3. We can catch back a lot of additional food playing out this guy. It's also gets us a little further on the board for the upcoming running goal there, so I do like the idea of doing that. Pick as many cherries as you can. I think we're gonna play the lapwing and take some eggs, and hopefully we can play the scissor-tailed flycatcher after that. So spend a nectar here, reroll, and we get 4 foods back. Great. And yeah, then we can play the scissor-tailed flycatcher of that, and then we can also then we have some amount of additional resource gain. We don't have food advantage because we're gonna give this food to the opponent as well. We have absolutely the only resource advantage we have is the stuff we gained from the lapwing here. We could consider picking up the wood duck here, but we would lose 2 nectars. I think the tempo is better to just play the scissor-tailed as we had planned. We are winning the first round and goal, which is the primary reason we took the common kingfisher, and yeah, hopefully we can keep this winning round and goals up here. There is 22 points to gather if you win all of the round and goals, and that's usually a fifth of a good score. So it's nice to get on the board for all of those. Lots of fish-based birds for fishery manager here. Only kelp gull helps us with the round and goal, and the ability on this bird is not really something I'm too big on, since usually it's okay, but since we don't have any amount of way to gain additional food outside the scissor-tailed flycatcher, it's a little bad for us to discard food to gain additional cards. Yeah, we kind of need to focus on finding stuff that gives us more stuff, or if we can't gain that, we just need to be really good at converting these 9 first spots into a big chunk of points, because it's gonna be hard to hit the 10th, 11th, and 12th bird if we aren't getting additional resources here. Yeah, green heron, black tern, they also just filter more resources. They don't give us additional resources. So it's only filtering birds here. Cattle is a 6-pointer for 2 food that helps us with fishery manager, so it's basically an 8-pointer for 2 food for us. So I do kind of want it, but let's draw a card here first. Pheasant cook hole is some amount of getting back some additional resources. I was kind of hoping to activate the grasslands a lot, but I guess getting further up here is okay. Let's take the kelp gull also. I think it's not the worst idea here. And Baltimore Oriole. Okay, this is the sort of bird we want to play out. It doesn't give us additional food compared to the opponent, but it does give us additional food we can spend for more stuff. And I think if the opponent also lacks food preparation. They actually lack a lot of stuff here. Okay, maybe we are not as far behind as I would think. yeah, it's a 9-pointer with a star nest, so it can gather eggs from pied cormorant. Yeah, it's just a high scoring bird. I like to play it out if we have the option to. Superb lyrebird, also a decently high scoring bird, can give us additional stuff. It's a star nest, and I did see the opponent had the California quail in their forest, meaning that we can start laying eggs here, and then it's going to become a much better experience for us. So let's take 2 nectars and a grain, play out the superb lyrebird, start gaining food for the Baltimore Oriole, and after that, I think we will have a much better time in this game. But the combos we're doing come online way too late to actually matter. So we're not gonna have a good score here, but it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna sack the Eurasian the Eurasian green woodpecker to gain 3 nectars this time. Then we're gonna get egg, and we're gonna get a grain. This guy can only keep a single egg, so we do need to get if we want to have value out of this guy, we do need to only activate here when we have egg space, which means that we do want to sack cards to gain additional food if we need to play a 3-pointer. So let's do that. And now we are getting 3 food every time we go here anyway, so it's a lot better. Then I think we... how are we doing for this? We are currently in the lead, and it's going to be really hard for them to catch up, and it's even harder for them to beat us, because very few of the play on the birds are worth more than 4 points. But I guess they could maybe have played one of the warbler stuff, but yeah, the end of round birds. But yeah, that's yeah, that's why I said warbler. I just seen it and I didn't remember. Okay, let's see. We want now to. Here's the thing: if we play the kelp girl next, any cards we sack to take more food will could be used to draw more cards. So we can kind of use the forest as a way to filter cards we don't want to play into cards we want to play. So let's sack the pheasant cuckoo here and just draw some stuff that is not gonna be nectar, and then we can play out some birds in the future. And we should win this. Yes, nice. We still need to play some more lower scoring bird if you want to win that one. And then it's just a question of, is it worth playing lower scoring birds to make that happen? Usually I think it's not. So if it's in early rounds, it's usually worth it to play more low scoring birds, because they are stuff that give you value over a period of time. But yeah, at the end of the game, you're just spending valuable action time playing out birds that eat up as many eggs as they give you points for, and just to get 3 more points on the running goal, it's not necessarily that good. So if a really good birds pop up, I will consider it, but until then, I think we just chill on that. Let's look at some cards here. It says Phoebe Stubble Quail. This is a great card for cycling food into eggs, and food is the only resource we have somewhat of an advantage on. So I can dig that. I guess we should have considered picking up the osprey, since it's a fish bird that gets eggs from cormorant. Yeah, we should have considered picking this up. It's also very cheap. I guess we can pick it up from here now though, so it's okay. Mutes 1. Okay, I think it's too late. Yeah, it's too late to pivot into a tucking thing with this guy. It would currently give us 3 points in action, which is really low, and only get sets up way too late. So yeah, it's a dud card. But let's get some more stuff going. I think we play out the... I think we focus on playing out the stubble quail next. Then we can take the cormorant and the osprey. So we want to cycle the griffin vulture into gaining more food. More foods equals to more points on the stubble quail, and it's the best way for us to translate cards in hands into points. A big reason to play out the stubble quail is also that this is we can play a bird here for a single egg. But if we wanted to go here, here, or here, we do need to have more egg capacity, or we need to get eggs from other sources than copying the opponent's California quail. So that's also a big reason to play out this guy now. Play it for the nectar, and eat this guy's egg, and then we sack 3 foods, so we can get 3 more eggs. And these are to be used in conjunction with the superb lyrebird, so we can play stuff into here, here, or here when that is relevant. So we could, for example, play the cormorant and the osprey out here. And that will require 3 eggs. We can get a 4th egg from here. That fixes fishery manager for us. Yeah, I think that's fine. Pick a fish. And a nectar. And let's sack the mute swan to get another fish here. That way we do have the food we need to play out those 2, which is great. And I'm just going to go down here and play out the cormorant. And yeah, that's the best way to do it, to take that. And I do think we are also going to go down here once more to just activate the lyrebird. And yeah, I think also at towards the end of the game we're gonna do some actions over here. Says Phoebe isn't the worst thing to play out. It's gonna get us 5 points and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eggs. So yeah, it's gonna be a 10-pointer in of itself. And it's gonna put eggs into star nests, which we care about. It's gonna help us get up to here, so we can more easily put out eggs in the star nest. So I think we can compete for the final round and goal as well. But so yeah, let's put eggs into lyrebird, so osprey can eat it when it's played out. So, and we can take worms for, says Phoebe, while they are available. We could also reroll. There's a really high chance to get some more nectars. Let's reroll one of them. Oh, okay, we did get a worm back anyway, so it's okay. Take another egg. And yeah, this red-breasted nuthatch has given us 8 additional points throughout the game. But imagine this could have been, if it had been one of the birds that gives you additional food dice instead, this could have been 8 additional food. That could have been like 5 additional nectars to compete for here. It could have been 3 more. The ability to play out 3 more 3-cost foods, and yeah, that's actually a big deal. But yeah, play out the osprey now. That's the final fishery manager bird. Eats a purple lyrebird egg and stubble quail egg, and we actually have enough resources to play out the says Phoebe. However, if we do so, we will not have additional food to cycle into here. Is that a problem? I don't think it is. Because we can go down here, gain 1, 2 additional points, or we could go down here and gain 1, 2, 3 additional points. Yeah. And just get a lot more competitive for the round and goal. I think it's fine. And yeah, we have no chance to compete for picking up more stuff playing it out. We are playing out the Slays Phoebe here and laying 5 more eggs. And the idea is we are focusing the final effort on winning the round and goal here. Giving away a single worm so we can spend it to take back 1 more egg here. And then it's going to be GG. We are putting eggs into you as well as you. No. You need to have an egg space left for the little pied cormorant. And yeah, we can't make space to you. Yeah, it's fine. We are currently in the lead for that anyway, so I don't think it's gonna be too much of an issue. And yeah, to get a free egg on the live bird, we would have to have played another bird there, and that's just not viable for the part of the things we're doing. So we can also play 4 more eggs on the cormorant here, and yeah, I think we had an okay game here. Nice to play some birds we don't play that often. And I did say early in the game that I thought we wouldn't be a very high scoring game because we had very little additional resource advantage in the early game, and then it's hard to convert just any game into high scoring. But we did have decently efficient resource to points conversion towards the end game, so we did actually beat the average, which I consider to be a pretty awesome feat, considering we didn't really have any birds I would consider A tier from the start. Baltimore Oriole and Scissor-tailed Flycatcher are really good at buffing your score, but they also inflate your opponent's score since they give food away to the opponents. Other than that, we had no birds that give us additional resources. We had Osprey, we had Tailcatcher, and then Baltimore Oriole, but we don't gain more resources than the opponents. But we had a really good tempo birds in masked lapwing, in stubble quail, and sometimes having enough tempo to do more stuff than you should have been able to over a long term of a game, it's enough. And just that time where we drew 3 cards from converting foods with the kelp gull at the correct time, that made us not need to activate the wetlands anymore. And yeah, sometimes that's just that just saves us a single activation, and we can put that cube back here and get back even more food. So it's sometimes more efficient to play these tempo and filter birds than playing other stuff. And yeah, I think this game was interesting enough. And hopefully you gain some new perspectives on birds that can work in special cases. I would never consider playing the lapwing towards the end of the game, not even in round 3 to get more stuff over here, because it's gonna be way too late for those additional resources to help us catch up. At that point, we could activate the forest and gain 1, 2, 3 food, an egg, and a point. And the masked lapwing, playing it out here costs us 2 eggs, gain us 3 food. So it's just better to go here than to play this bird, even to catch up in the round and goal there. But playing it early meant we could play out Scissor-tailed Flycatcher before the first round was done, and those sort of tempo plays are really good with these kinds of birds. Anyways, thanks for watching. This has been Harbinger, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.